morning. I was just explaining I'm not saying morning to Stephen, I'm saying morning to the camera, so technically I'm not waking him up yet, technically. Well, good morning, we're back again, back in the van. Stephen's snoring next to me. If you hear any strange noises, he's not quite woken up yet, but here I am getting straight on with the filming. You've got to be efficient, right? Because there's only so much time in the day. Got to try and justify this somehow. Yeah, we're back out in the van and we've woken up in a very special place, so let's have a look at that. Oh, and check out our Lindt chocolate bunnies up there as well. Of course, it's Easter, although by the time you watch this, it'll probably be a week or so after Easter. We don't normally do Easter, but you know what? You can't resist a Lindt chocolate bunny, can you? I mean, surely not. Although Stephen says it's not as good as Cadbury's. Can you believe it? Of course Stephen would say that. Does anyone ever say that? I suppose it's a lot more expensive than Cadbury's. Maybe you agree. Let us know in the comments. Do you prefer Lindt chocolate or Cadbury's chocolate? I'm sticking with the Lindt. And this is the very special and exclusive place I was telling you about. It's another bloody car park. But you know what? The sun's out, the temperatures have warmed up, there's blossom kind of flying through the air. And you know, you just can't beat a car park sometimes. Very handy and convenient, although we're getting some slightly strange looks here, because we are in the town of Saffron Walden. So it's a little bit better than a car park, and we're going to go and explore that today. I've shut the door now because people are looking a bit strange and I'm not sure if they're too happy or not. I don't know. You can never tell sometimes and you can start imagining things in your head. It's quite a posh little town, so I don't know. It doesn't mean anything sometimes in terms of vans being welcome or not. There doesn't seem to be any consistency when it comes to stuff like that. But this is a really big car park. It doesn't look it. We're just on the edge of it. We thought we'd park out of the way. So hopefully we're all right to be here. There's been a few other vans that have turned up throughout the night. So I think it's a place that people do come to. But yeah, like it's one of those ones where it doesn't say you can't do it, but that doesn't mean that it's actively encouraged. So I'm shutting the door. Let's not kind of push our luck here and try and be a bit more discreet. Of course, in Daisy, we can't stealth camp or be discreet at all. So it's kind of obvious that we're staying in it. So we're going to get packed up soon and we're going to go and explore this little town. But I've got to go through the process of waking him up next, which is going to be fun. I mean, I could just let him sleep. You know, I'm not just really horrible, but we'd never get anything done, would we? It's only when we're filming anyway. Why am I justifying this? I'm just going to wake him up, for God's sake. It's alive. Morning, Steve. Morning. Morning, morning. Are you glad to be back on camera? Are you glad to be back on the screen where you belong?
Thrilled.
Incidentally, Stephen has always wanted to try theatre, by the way. I mean, you know, I think he'd actually be very good at it, and I think if we do settle down, he is going to try that. That's definitely one of his aims. I think you'd be very good at playing certain characters.
Miserable ones.
Miserable ones?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just, well, that's not really playing a role. I mean, come on, stretch yourself a bit.
Mood hoovers.
That's not showing much range, Steve.
You don't need range.
What, to act?
Yeah, plenty of actors and actresses that just do the same bloody thing and do well.
Well, in case we get sued, we'll leave it there.
Yeah.
Shorts and t-shirt, Steve. Can you believe it? Finally. So this is the car park we're in. It is a really big car park, and it's quite busy as well. So there we are, just tucked away in a fairly discreet little corner, or as discreet as you can be. And let's go and explore the town, shall we?
Come on then.
Let's go and have a look at Saffron Walden. And if you're wondering where that name comes from, well, actually, it's a lot more obvious than you might think. So we're in Saffron Walden and it's been a little while since our last video. I think you last saw that maybe a couple of weeks ago, I can't remember. But in terms of filming, the usual confusing thing with us happened. We went to work for a number of weeks and this is the first time we've been out filming for absolutely ages, isn't it, since then. I just want to say a big thank you to the response to that whole video, because that really surprised us, didn't it? Yeah. And it seemed like a lot of people enjoyed our take on Hull and trying to present it in a really positive way. We didn't have to try anything because it was very easy. Stephen's ushering me out the road, I'm gonna get run over. It was very easy to present it in a positive way because there was so much to like there. So yeah, thank you for that great response to the whole video. Now we are in the very north of Essex, I think, and as I said, we're in the little town of Saffron Walden. We had a look around last night. We were kind of working our way up the country. We don't really have a set plan, do we? No. So the next few videos are going to be completely random. We don't even know where we're going fully yet. But yeah, we had a quick look around this place and the buildings here are absolutely spectacular. So now the sun's out and it's daytime, let's take you around. And then we'll explain about the name in a bit.
Alright then.
Alright then. Well, we've come back to the van. It's lunchtime. We're absolutely bloody starving, aren't we?
Aye.
We're on the wraps today. We're trying to be good, trying to budget a bit. So Steve's doing his, I was going to say infamous wraps, but that makes them sound bad. They're not bad. They're bloody good. So we're having some tuna wraps with some salad in. That'll be nice. And it's from Waitrose, darling. Waitrose Rocket, because that was the local supermarket, and we do like a Waitrose occasionally. Got some dips to go in there from Waitrose, some salsa to go in with the tuna in the wraps. This is a really nice one. And of course, gherkins as well. I say of course, if you never watched our videos before you might not see, but we always put gherkins in our wraps. And now it's too hot in this van, isn't it? All that moaning, all those months you've heard us, oh, it's cold, oh, we're sick of being cold, oh, can we do another winter in the van? Now the temperatures have gone up ever so slightly. Oh, it's too much, it's too hot. Open the windows, we've got to get out. Never happy, are we? Anyway, Saffron Walden, Steve. I mean, I'm pretty impressed. What about you?
Yeah, it's alright.
Or is impressed a stretch?
Pretty. You know, it's one of those well-off pretty areas, so it's kind of... It's not hard to be pretty when you're well off, is it?
I guess so. That's an
it's
interesting
lots of nice buildings, lots of nice architecture, lots of nice gardens. It's all right.
I was just about to start talking, but Steve's made us lunch. A lovely wrap there. Thank you very much, Steve. I'll get onto that in a second. So, Saffron Walden, gorgeous place, loads of Tudor buildings and other eras, medieval or whatever. So colourful, and we've not even seen half of it yet. It is absolutely gorgeous. Really lovely little town, and there are so many. It reminds me a bit of Lavenham. Do you think, Steve? I think that's not far from here. I think that's Suffolk. So, yeah, that kind of style of house. Just lovely to walk around, and so much of it, what is a relatively small town, quite a lot of green space as well. So many parks. We found this little hidden garden, didn't we, that we wandered around. It was all very well done, little orchards that you could walk around with greenhouses. I can't believe all that was just public and available to just freely have a stroll in. So all very nice, all very gorgeous. So Saffron Walden itself, the name comes from, it used to actually be called Walden, and then at some point in the 1500s, they actually started growing saffron here. So saffron comes from the saffron crocus, very expensive, what do you call it, like a herb, a spice? I don't even know what you would call it. I guess it comes under that category, but yeah, it comes from the crocuses, and the reason it was grown here is because the soil was very favourable to the plant. It grew very well here under the conditions as well as the climate. So I don't know if the town thrived on that, but it certainly became known for it. And actually, although that kind of industry fell back a bit, I think they've tried to bring it back here. So from what I could Google, they still grow saffron here today. So there you go, Saffron Walden. The other thing we know is Jamie Oliver is from Saffron Walden. Apparently that's what the internet tells us. I don't know if it's true. Now, as I said, we've actually been here before. We had an English Heritage membership, and we used it to go into probably the place that's Saffron Walden is most known for, which is Audley End House. We're not going to do that today. We haven't got English Heritage anymore. We've gone to National Trust, so we're not going to do that. Although I think Audley End House still has lots of free ground that you can walk and explore. So maybe we'll walk over to it and show you the outside. I can't even remember if it was on a previous video. Can you, Stephen? I'm pretty sure we fell out badly that day. I've got some very bad memories, but it's all a bit sketchy in my head. So maybe we should avoid it. But yeah, Audley End House is the big gigantic mansion that's just outside of town, but I think you can walk to it fairly easy from here. So we're going to skip that today, I think, but we will show you some more of the town in a bit. And I'm just talking and talking, so let's eat this bloody lovely wrap. Which is indeed bloody lovely. Alright, so we've had our little wraps. Thank you, Steve. He's up somewhere ahead. He's not really up for being on camera much today, which isn't really a surprise. So we've had our little wraps. We are now going back into the town, and we're going to have a look around the actual town centre itself. If you're wondering, right after looking at this, thinking, oh, why don't you move to Saffron Walden? Well, unless we're suddenly going to become the heirs to a very large fortune, that ain't going to be happening. And I think looking around here, you can definitely tell that. We'd never be able to afford to live here, but it's nice to dip your toes in. we are back. Where now?
Don't know.
I mean, either. Let's figure it out.
Aye.
Aye. Well, that was that. That was Saffron Walden. We only intended to stop here just to sleep. So that was it, wasn't it, really? So there was no actual plan to really go properly exploring. It's just that we knew that the town was quite pretty. So it's like, actually, let's show it off in a video. Sadly, we didn't get to go to Audley End House. We weren't going to go in anyway, as I think I said earlier. But we were going to at least walk around the grounds. As it turns out, Stephen, they just happened to be over there. Because I walked back that way earlier. Me and Stephen went walking off in different directions at one point, so I came back that way and ended up just going down that street just to film that last bit. But yeah, Audley End House is just over from where we're parked. We thought we were quite far from it, but we've run out of time. We've got to move on. There are some places it's like, come on, these places need bigging up. Saffron Walden, it doesn't really need a helping hand on that front. It's kind of all right, but if you happen to be in the area and you're passing, it's a gorgeous little town, well worth looking at. Other than that, we'll move on, shall we? Let's go to wherever we're going.
The shops.
Come on, Steve, start the engine.
Put the camera away then.
All right. Oh, yeah, you better do that. So we have arrived in our next spot. Hi, Stephen.
Hi, Dan.
Hi, Steve. We have come to a little town called Stamford, I think it is, and we're down a little lane. We found a place we think we might be able to stay, but we're not 100% sure. It's a little bit iffy. I think there's enough room for people to get past, but this is a dead end, so I don't think many people are going to be coming down here anyway. Maybe a few dog walkers, I'm not sure. Yeah, Stamford is a place I've kind of wanted to visit for a while, so if we can stay here, this will be ideal. I think we'll be alright. I think we're just going to stay anyway. But as always, when you turn up to these park-ups, you just never know. It doesn't matter how long we've done this for now, there's always that underlying sense of nervousness sometimes, that uncertainty, that little bit of anxiety when you're not quite sure, and then you go through the night, still not quite sure. Well, we've decided to brave it. We're set up now. The deed is done. I mean, this is how close we are to the bank. You've got these brambles like scraping alongside the window. We can't really get any closer, but I think there's more than enough room for cars to get by. So we're going to set up. We're going to put I was going to say the laptop, but we've got the little tablet open, and I think we're going to watch some Black Mirror, aren't we?
I think so.
A little bit of viewing in the van. We haven't done that for a while.
No.
And open a beer. Of course, we're going to open a beer.
Of course.
Got to do that. Oh, this is nice, isn't it, Steve? Just relaxed, the bed's set up. We've got the laptop out, not the laptop, the tablet. We've got some Netflix on. We're watching Black Mirror. We've got a couple of beers. We're parked somewhere we're not sure we should be. We feel uncomfortable. It's wonderful. No, I don't feel uncomfortable, do you?
I think it's all right. There's nothing to say. There's no reason to say that we can't park here. People are parked up along this road. We're not actually in the way of anybody or hurting anybody. No. So I think it's okay.
It's just as I was saying earlier, there's always that feeling of uncertainty. So you can't quite relax. But generally, apart from that, this is nice. Like, we're just going to chill out for the evening. And I think we're probably just going to leave it there, aren't we? We say evening. Of course, it's light now. Thank God. Like, the wonders of light. That's something I never cared about when we were in a house. I really couldn't care less, could you, about the dark nights or anything like that in the winter. But in a van, my God, you value that extra hour, well, the hours as they go on, of daylight, don't you? Anyway, I'm going to start waffling about something else. So shall we just stop it now?
We're watching stuff.
We are watching stuff. And to be honest, if I've had more than a couple of these, I can't concentrate on anything telly-wise. So let's stop right now.
All right, then.
We'll see you in the morning, I think. Yeah, we'll see you in the morning, and we'll let you know how this interesting park-up was.
Aye.
Night.
Night.
Morning, Steve. Oh, he's too busy trying to drive the van. Someone's got to do it. So, good morning. As you can see, we've actually moved. We've gone just up the road to Morrison's. Stephen's gone inside. He's just gone to use the toilet, but hopefully also to get some bits for lunch, which we're going to make in the van shortly. Our park up last night, it was absolutely fine. No problem whatsoever. Really, really quiet. So that was a good choice in the end. However, when we woke up this morning, there was a huge amount of cars. It was absolutely packed along there. And there were kind of like a few little side-eye looks as with people passing in the morning, but it might not have meant anything at all. It might have just been us being paranoid. You know what it's like in a van. And the best thing about it, although we didn't take advantage of it this morning because we've just moved, we realised we were parked right by loads of countryside, some great walks along the river, loads of fields, and I went for a 5-kilometre run this morning and it was just brilliant. It was all flat, really peaceful, hardly anyone about, just a few dog walkers, so that was very nice. I absolutely stink because as soon as I came back we drove off and I haven't changed, so I'm probably just going to stay like this for the rest of the day, to be honest. I mean, who cares? Who's judging, right? Who am I trying to impress? Not Stephen. You can't impress that. So yeah, we're in Morrison's and we are going to start our day. We are going to explore the town of Stamford. Now, I'll tell you a bit about this place, but I don't know anything. And actually, we've got no internet at the moment. There's no signal here, so I can't even look up any facts or anything like that. So we're going to let it be a total surprise. The only thing we know, just two things that struck us. One, it kind of looks a little bit, on first glance, like somewhere you'd find in the Cotswolds rather than Lincolnshire. Or maybe it's quite common of towns in Lincolnshire, I don't know. And the other thing is, a lot of people do say this is one of the prettiest towns in England. So let's put that to the test. We'll have a little wander around. Hopefully we can actually just stay in Morrison's car park and then wander into town and back. So we have got, courtesy of Stephen and Morrison's, a chicken roll with some spring onion crisps. Nothing exciting, but hopefully it'll fill a hole. How's your chicken roll, Steve?
Dry.
Of course it is.
Just like me.
We got something in common with it then. So we're just leaving the van in Morrison's now. I don't think there was any parking restrictions there, was there? No, we did look. So usually in supermarkets you get about 2 hours, don't you? Which would probably be enough for what we're going to do today. But this one didn't seem to have any, so hopefully we don't have to worry about it. One thing about Stamford is we actually had it on a list. We've never been here before, but we had it on a list of potential places that might be nice to settle down in. That was until we looked at the prices, wasn't it? So Lincolnshire, which is where we are, we're only just in Lincolnshire, is generally one of the more affordable places, counties, to live in England. But Stamford absolutely isn't, so that should tell you a lot about it. And let's see if it lives up to its priciness, shall we?
Aye.
Let's go and have a look. And that is a local hospital. What a nice building. That's a good start. I mean, you know somewhere's quite posh when even the Domino's has got a really lovely building like that. This place is unbelievable. Stephen just pointed out, he said smoke room, so look how old these stained glass windows probably are, and then it says bar, so I guess it was an old bar at some point, and now it's the Domino's. These buildings here are just absolutely amazing. Should we move into this, Steve? Plenty of room to repair the camper van.
Yeah, fence to keep the peasants out.
Yeah, exactly. What more can you ask for? Well, here we are, the day's done, we're doing the shopping, Steve's pushing the trolley, And we're back at Daisy,
We can't get into the side of the car.
who needs a wash again. Say again?
Somebody's parked right next to us.
Oh, we're going to have to reverse out. Well, we are back at the van, Stamford, Steve.
No.
What a place.
No.
Wow. Just utterly wow, I think. But do you know what? We can't be asked to talk, can we, right now? We've been shopping in Morrison's and we're going to do a bit of driving and go to wherever the hell we're heading next. I love the fact we got no plan, don't you? It's just we're going to kind of wistfully drive around the country and then we're going to end up, well, I don't know.
No.
Just do what we fancy.
Let's get cracking then.
Let's get cracking before I talk about something else. But Stamford, amazing. I keep wanting to say Stamford Bridge. Is that where Chelsea play, I think, Steve?
I don't know.
Also, there's a town called Stamford Bridge, I think, somewhere in Yorkshire. But anyway, or somewhere else. Anyway, Stamford was amazing. Let's go. We'll talk about it later. Well, we have arrived, haven't we, Steve? We found a spot at last. It took us quite a while today to find anywhere, as it sometimes goes. And this looks like an all right park up. It's just a car park. It looks like there's a running track. We saw somebody go running down there. There's strange men sitting in cars. So all the hobbies here, all of your activities in one spot. What more could you ask for, eh? Dogging, running. There's a cafe to get coffee. Absolutely brilliant. Who needs to go anywhere else?
I'm going to go and have a look.
Well, yeah, let's do a recce, shall we? Well, good evening all. Steve, put your phone down. You're on camera. We're live.
Please don't say or bugger.
Oh, God. We've ruined it now.
Yeah.
Right, so we are settled down in our little park up. Everything seems fine. No dodgy goings on so far yet, apart from strange people in cars. But generally, it's all been quite calm, hasn't it?
No.
It seems like a good one. We're settled down. We've got vodka tonight with dandelion and burdock, which is a favourite of Steve's, not so much mine, although it tastes pretty good.
No.
In our grubby glasses, of course, as is the tradition. Living in a camper van, everything's grubby, or maybe that's just us. I don't know. Probably just us. So, Stamford, Steve, we didn't really sum it up. What did you think?
It was really, really busy.
Yeah.
But we should have be expected, on a Easter weekend, because that's where we are.
Yeah.
We're Saturday before Easter. It did look nice, and it was like there's lots of. It's clearly a well-off place, and that's okay. I'm not slating it for that, but it had a good mix of useful things and posh shops, which I quite like. I hate seeing towns that don't have either of things.
Yeah.
So that was quite nice, but it was absolutely heaving. Trying to get around the charity shops.
Yes.
Was a bit of an experience. And they were incredibly expensive as well.
Oh God, yeah.
But ultimately, yeah, it was nice. It's a nice place. Come and see it. It looks all right.
Well, that is absolutely amazing praise from Stephen, as I'm sure if you've watched our videos before, you can absolutely agree. He didn't actually slag it off, so it's a win, right?
Well, I can't keep slagging people off for being rich, can I?
We'll have to ban you from the channel. Or maybe people are here for that, I don't know. No, that was great. We loved it. The buildings were just like out of this world, and it really did look like the Cotswolds there. Really stunning town. Don't know much about it, sorry, I don't have much history. We just didn't have time to look anything up. We're just kind of meandering through the country here and just making our way up north again. But yeah, just if you're in the region, go and have a look, because that was absolutely bloody beautiful. Right now we've got a chilli on the go, which I've completely messed up.
I've oversalted it.
Yeah, I've put too much salt in. I've done chilli many times before, but the mistake I made is being in a van, rather than chopping up chilli and garlic, I bought those little packets that you squeeze in. I just thought, I can't be arsed tonight, it's easier. But of course those packets already have salt in, don't they? So I've salted it on top of that, and I probably put an extra pinch too much in anyway. So we've now tried to rescue it. I've added water. Don't have any sugar, but I've added lime juice, which has done something. And we've also, thanks to Stephen's suggestion, we've added dandelion and burdock. I'm not
anything to get rid of that bloody salt.
I'm not sure about that yet. We'll see what it's like. But we're not going to show you guys. Maybe we'll let you know next time, because I think that's going to be the end of the video.
Yep, so please push your like button.
Push.
Very important to push your like button. Subscribe if you like the channel. And push the notification bell if you want to be notified the next time there's a video out.
Yep, thank you for watching. Who knows where we're going next. Thank you for joining us though, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.